It took 2 seconds to fix. I could have fixed it on stream. I guess that's my bad for being a brick. Shall we watch Phoenix versus Ricky? What's the title on YouTube right now? Is it streaming until I 100%? It is. That's funny. Let me change that. We fixed it, chat. We get to watch Peak. Short stream. Yeah, we gotta end YouTube. The title says stream ends when 100%. I already did it. Alright. Change title on Twitch. And we pull up their streams, I guess. We probably missed a lot. Surely not, though. When I click on the stream, it's going to be the most normal thing. We really did miss nothing. We have a half Joker and a banner, but there is an interesting decision to make here. Okay, that is Ricky's POV. And we need to see Phoenix. There we go. I mean, the exact same position for both players. It's really just who plays better hands here, I guess. Deck stake, we're on red deck, black stake. I don't have to change the deck, that's so nice. Alright, we're set up, and Phoenix wins the PvP. Ricky still has the death in hand. I'm not sure what the deck is looking like for Phoenix. 3 purple queens, and those purples are on 6s for Ricky? How did that happen? How are we built into 6s? Maybe just a bad draw in the spectral pack with the medium? So many purples already, though. We're seeing so many deaths come out. Another death from this purple. 6s for 6 cents. Yeah, I think we've reached a point where we don't exactly need more 6 cent value. I think keeping that steal was a little bit of a misplay by Phoenix. Alright. I will be right back while we are watching them play these blinds. We'll be more locked in next game. Do we still just have a half Joker and a banner? That's crazy. Half Joker banner, and we have red seal jacks, 5, 6 purple seals, 7 purple seals. Holy, the deck fixing already. Ricky able to build into jacks because we have so many purple 6s. Foil on the half Joker is nice. Have 2 purple seals left, so then that foil hit might allow them. Yeah, you can definitely discard here, so I would play every other hand. Every other card in hands. Why are we keeping the steal? The steal is giving nothing. This high card wins. Little inoptimal to find the rest of those purple seals. And we haven't picked up Overstock Plus yet, or Overstock. That is interesting. Let's see if we get punished here. We're buying the Hierophant. Okay, there was... I don't know what timer was that, but there was a smiley face there, which Ricky was able to pick up just because they got the Overstock earlier. I co-commentate? Sure. Just call me on Discord, Melon.
Bean.
Hello. So, how do we get to this point? How do we have this many purple seals? The red seal jack, I mean, I guess it's just crazy card pack starting out this match.
Yeah, Ricky has been playing the blinds way better than Phoenix. Is what I've been noticing. Phoenix pretty scared to discard with his banner. Scared they're gonna die to the blinds. While Ricky has been getting a lot of value from these purple seals, being able to def their red seal jack a couple times. And I think they're just a stronger position right now.
I think Phoenix's biggest misplay is they just don't know how much they score. They don't realize that they can easily beat these blinds with the half Joker. Ricky Clean gonna have a pretty solid hand. This bonus actually doing a lot. Ooh, that might be beatable though.
Oh yeah, I think Phoenix can maybe beat that with a...
No, I don't think there's anything they can do, even wasting this death pool. They keep holding the steal as well when we're playing 3 of a kinds. I think they think it triggers. Oh no, they think.
He's thinking about...
No way we think that increases our score by 1.5x.
Yep.
Wasted the banner. They thought they had it.
Damn, that's rough. Overestimated that score.
It's gonna even the lives 3-3.
Pretty weak seeds so far, except for the tarot cards, I guess. But like, there's no like good econ jokers to get you going. There's a madness, what Phoenix is pointing at, but I don't think that's gonna be
I
big.
think because, or no, it was Ricky who judgmented for that madness. So they're at very similar spots in the queue.
Yeah, Ricky does have more interest though. He's getting some passive money from these lines, while Phoenix at $5 at the moment.
Yeah, I think buying that Overstock late just is not the way to play that ante. No way we play that. There's so much value in the deck. Phoenix really needs to lock in on how we use these discards.
Are they gonna def the
That's
red
the gold
seal?
purple. I like that. We don't even have an
Yeah,
enhancement on it, and we have so many purples that we can probably consistently death it later.
Yeah, I agree. I think the purple's definitely the way to go. I don't know why they're discarding 4 cards though. Holding on to the 9 for no reason at all. This is... Oh, it doesn't mean, never mind. I'm stupid. But yeah, I think I'm like a little bit behind because of I'm watching your stream. But not sure
You
if that
can
matters.
pull up their streams individually.
That is smart.
Acrobat, Eternal Acrobat for Ricky. I think we have no jokers yet. It's not the worst pickup, but they're in a great spot for a strong game.
Don't
I
know,
think
Acrobat is pretty scary to take. I think it's a good take for tempo, and just not. I don't know. It's just a decent Joker overall, but it's scary that it's Eternal for sure.
Yeah, I mean, with this smiley face, Ricky is definitely favored to win this next PvP. Phoenix could take that Acrobat to even it out, but Ricky's not giving him the chance. They take the Acrobat. That's going to keep them in the lead.
And definitely a decent play, well thought play for sure. Probably just wanna get a live advantage here to have more time to find this really good build they're building to with all these checks.
The lucky is also very big because that just adds value to all our deaths in the future. $20 hit with no econ jokers can do quite a lot. Wow, judgment for a stickerless Acrobat. That is crazy.
That is insanely lucky.
I mean, we'll see if it matters if enough jokers come, but stickerless is always just going to be better there.
Yeah, having the being stuck with this Acrobat might just be game deciding if it's a really strong seed after all, even with this weak start. Yeah, again, Phoenix just not calking and just winning too fast, having 4 luckies in their hand. I think Phoenix overall is playing pretty well. It's just the blinds,
Yeah.
not playing the blinds
They're-
optimal, and
I mean, they're
it's cost-
playing very safe. They're not going to die to a blind, but we're losing so much value, especially with this many purple seals in the deck. I imagine Ricky is quite far ahead in this tarot cube.
100%. Rick has been getting max value from all these purples, as well as the lucky cards they've recently been playing. Pinnacle waiting for their opponents. Interesting.
I don't think there's much to decide. I guess they're trying to decide, do I want to keep the banner online? But it just can never be worth it. The purple seals have a much higher chance of giving you stuff to score more than this banner could be worth. It's also a flush 5 line that they might be considering as well, but
True, yeah. I don't know who's winning this PvP. I think Phoenix has the better jokers, but Ricky has the better build. I'm not.
Red
So
Seal
it's gonna be
Jacks
close.
with the smiley, it depends on the draws and it's not looking great. Never mind, we get the flush 5. That with the luckies,
Barely.
my bet's on Ricky winning this PvP.
Probably, yeah. I think Phoenix probably gonna discard some purples. I think even if they don't, then I'd still lose. Is it no lucky hits from Ricky? That's
You know, maybe with
unfortunate.
consistent hands plus the Acrobat, Phoenix probably taking this, honestly.
I mean,
As long as we
he
have a
can's
bigger
only
last
scoring
hand.
8,000, so I don't think it will. Depends on the last hand, I
Leveled up
guess.
3 of a kind, it is enough. And we can use at least one discard.
Oh.
I would love to see a purple seal discarded, but I guess that would have been too risky.
Yeah, but at that point, then don't discard it all. But it's, I don't know. That's fine. Oh, go
What are
for
we
his
discarding
second
for? I guess the
discard.
gold cards?
Ooh, yeah, true. Never mind. Yeah, probably gonna discard once more, but I'm not sure if they're willing to risk it. Still, no gold cards. But we have to steal, so we're gonna be okay for sure. Ooh, Fool from Magician. That's a really good pull. finally getting some money maybe. Still under the interest cap.
We didn't see any plus 20s from Ricky, so that money is going to be a little bit down the queue. But Phoenix takes another PvP. I mean, I like the look of Ricky's deck, but Phoenix is just tempoing down with so many plus malt and chip jokers. I mean, we're taking a Mariandy. I love the value for this. I feel like Phoenix is taking this more for the banner scaling than the discards. I hope that's not the case.
Skipping on the Mega Buffoon, I don't know about that. I think Phoenix is gonna be so far behind in the Joker queue that maybe if Ricky finds something, like even a loyalty, I think Phoenix is good for the next PvP.
Have we seen this Mariandy on Ricky's side? Would have been a nice pickup.
I'm not sure actually. I'm guessing Ricky is ahead in the shop, but I guess I've not really been paying attention to the shop.
There just hasn't been many jokers of note. Now, Ricky must be ahead. They must have passed on the Mariandy, and I get that. It's not something you always look at, and though it is very valuable now, it's a niche case.
I do really like the hiker on Ricky's side with these red seals.
I mean, we have the joker slots.
Yeah, I mean it's not gonna do much, but it's something. We need to fill these joker slots with anything actually.
Alright, I'll be right back. You can keep doing your thing.
Alright. Yeah, I think I can easily discard a couple more. Again, keeping the steel card for no reason. Like the steel is not doing anything in this hand. Yeah, it's just losing value, just keeping the steel in hand. They get 2 gold cards off, so maybe it's gonna help Phoenix get back to interest. Still no lucky hits on Ricky's side, unfortunate. But a big increase in score though, 170k. We were nowhere near that last PvP. I don't know what happened. Phoenix not able to roll at all. I'm scared for Phoenix long term. They really have to tempo Ricky down here. Yeah, I think Ricky's just waiting to find anything that helps him win these PvPs. Or some econ, like it's looking dry. Like his only econ is astronomer. The seed has not been econ heavy, even though with all these purple seals, all these tarot cards, it's such a dry seed, and the Joker wise. Now, Ricky is definitely ahead of the shop, but not by a lot. But Phoenix is not able to catch up at all, since they're not rerolling with their money situation. Another death, bro. The seed has so many deaths, but no money. It's insane. It looks like such a good seed, but the jokers are not there to support all this amazing deck. Hey. Doing I'm commentating a melon. I know I said I'm. Yeah, I think if Ricky keeps these scores up, then they can definitely beat Phoenix score. This PvP, I mean.
Right, I'm back.
Phoenix, welcome back. Not seen a lot.
I mean, yeah, we still have these jokers. That is crazy. The only econ is from these tarot cards. There's Luckies and there's Gold, and that's about it.
Phoenix not discarding the purples again. Just I don't know. This banner is not contributing that much to the score. It's Phoenix is just really misplaying these blinds, which got them so far behind in the shop.
Yeah, they still only have one Red Seal Queen.
There's a little bit of addition desync. I am noticing that as well, but
I think it's from the judgment, maybe? I really don't know what causes that, though.
yeah, me neither. Ricky has been scoring some. Oh, not making room for the purple seal on Ricky's side. Ricky has been scoring like pretty high scores compared to what they've been scoring this PvPs. I think he had like 180,000 in the small blind. So if he can score that again, he should be able to beat Phoenix pretty easily here.
Yeah, I think looking at these two setups, I would have my money on Ricky, but I said that last time. Maybe the consistent scoring from these hands could give it to Phoenix, but I highly doubt that.
Phoenix did finally get rid of this half joker, so they're able to dig in their deck way further and still score. I think Phoenix is just playing gold stick on their side with this Marianne banner. They're really liking it. Finally playing the steal as well. They've been holding on to it every single blind. It's, they have something with that steal for sure. Good hand from Ricky. And the first lucky hits, the money hits, I mean, putting it up to $95. Bro, this is not. I don't think Phoenix
Yeah,
has seen
wow.
$95 in total.
Yeah, 283,000 as well is just going to be way more than Phoenix can scale to with this build. And
Phoenix is gonna look for some value, I guess.
It's just being down that smiley face, really.
Yeah, holding on to this to the half joker way too long, not being able to pivot to higher scoring hands like Ricky's doing. The decks look so good, and just there's just no jokes to support it.
3 cards.
Yeah, it's insane.
Bella, thank you for the prime. I appreciate that. Game's not on right now, guys, because I am eating, but it'll be back in a sec, and we'll actually be able to properly cast game 2, but we got Melon to take charge this one. Shut up, Melon.
But I don't know, they've already rolled into their face cards, red seal face cards. Ooh, there's a gift card. That could be some economy, along with this business card.
I mean, more deaths. I think I use a hermit there. There's not too much value of a death on a jack at that point, but...
Hey, they're setting up for the idol that's coming really soon. I know, Toying, there's some desync in, what's it called, in additions. I'm not sure what caused it. But basically, Phoenix is seeing the additions one joker later. It's really strange.
I think that is because of the judgment on...
Yeah.
I don't know if that only happens because it was an Eternal and it cycles things, but could end up mattering.
Yeah, no clue what caused that, but... Like, look at these decks. It's insane. Even if the 7... Oh, I guess they got rid of Marianne, never mind. Like, all these purple seals, easily getting enough depth, get some more red seals for Phoenix. I do like Ricky's play of building into the red seal earlier, though. Because Phoenix has way too many purple seals for the discards. Ricky is actually pretty rich. I don't know how this happened. More lucky hits, I guess. And
I mean,
this
all these red
business
seal
cards.
face cards, yeah. Like, expected value at least $10 or $20 with the luckies. So, it's going to be pretty consistent, though it is all luck-based. And selling out of Smiley. We have quite a few flush 5 levels. I think hoping for the photograph, but a Polychrome King.
Ooh,
I
that's
mean,
something you want to build into with such a dry seed for sure.
yeah, we have so many purple seals. That's definitely something we're gonna be able to utilize. I would have liked to see a reserve parking pick up there, but maybe it's hard to use with trying to get purple seal value. But we're holding all
I
the red
think
seals
also
anyways.
Ricky also just wants to
Wait,
keep some space for
a natural negative.
negative
What is that gonna
negative
be
Stone
for
Joker.
Phoenix? We're seeing. Did they also see the negative Stone Joker? I see that they have the card sharp. No way they're at the same point in shop though.
No, I think it's just a different card chart.
But if this, because of this addition desync, this could be a useful negative. Also, oh, never mind. It's not Marble Joker. I thought it's insane that they picked that up. But plus 50 chips, plus 50 chips, you know.
Ricky not getting really lucky at this riffraff. I think just hoping for a clean photograph or a clean hanging chat.
Also, Phoenix sold the business card. We have a ramen upstairs. We've got a fortune teller. We've got a scary face. I think I would sell any one of these jokers for a business card right now.
Yeah, I think Phoenix is just thinking to themselves, they're probably behind an econ, and they just need to go for the kill, hoping there's nothing good in the shop. And you know what? I respect it. Going for the kill is definitely a strategy. I'm curious if it's gonna work out for Phoenix though.
I mean, it could work. Just looking at Ricky's jokers, there really is nothing in these shops. If he didn't take that Eternal Acrobat, we might even be dying to these blinds. So it hasn't paid off thus far being that ahead in shop.
And making so much money though. I don't know. They're bound to find something. They have at least another anti left.
I love this
And
cat.
there's loyalty.
There's a lucky
Loyalty
cat.
and a cat. I think just take both. Honestly, the seed has been so dry.
It's unfortunate that we can't use this loyalty in PvP. I would understand passing on it because we already have two. We're passing on both. Okay. Insane.
I mean, there's an idol around the corner. We all know that. I mean, but we don't know that. Ricky knows that.
I think that cat was insanely good. We have Red Seal lucky cards.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. She's been really dry, both on 2 lives. I think that the cat would have definitely paid off. Just too scared to take Eternals, I'm guessing. That's the problem with most Black Sig games. There's a lot of just some flat mold, flat X mold Eternal. It's just scary to pick up, but sometimes it's just the right play, and it's just a gamble, I guess. Yeah, oh, and there's a brainstorm. I don't think Phoenix
That's a
ever
good
gonna
purple
find this
line.
brainstorm.
Phoenix finding a card sharp. It's a pretty solid card sharp. Could definitely sell out of the scary face.
Business card rebate and brainstorm gonna make a lot of money next month for sure. And reserve parking, okay.
Yeah. Also, because all of our base malt and scoring is coming from the hand, this brainstorm can actually competently copy the acrobat.
Oh, true. Yeah, the brainstorm is way better for Ricky than Phoenix.
There's the cat
Although-
showing up for Phoenix, actually. Wait.
And the negative Stone
It
Joker.
shows up next to the Stone Joker. I mean, there must be... Their cues are so different because of how many commons or uncommons
no.
Phoenix has picked up, I guess.
A card sharp. I mean, Phoenix does have card sharp, so and there was a card sharp next to the negative Stone Joker.
I mean,
So
this,
it might have just
what hands
Oh.
are we playing here?
nothing. I mean, I think Phoenix is trying to build into a flush 5. We've not been seeing a lot from them. Just I don't know. This
agree.
fortune teller is making it so confusing.
3 of a kind, but we have no base malt on any hands. I think you need to keep this fortune teller. Also, baseball card, the negative marble is kind of crazy for Stone Joker.
True, yeah. Also, I really like the negative baseball card. it's still a 5x. I know it's not the greatest Eternal, but again, Phoenix is just going for the kill here, I guess. And I think they're gonna win this PvP. They have so much more export than Ricky has.
I mean, this is a tempo build if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I think almost every hand scores. You have some chips from the foil Acrobat, and then I guess the 25
Going for
chips
your guns.
Stone Joker. Yeah, I mean the free kind scored a lot.
And then we're gonna get 3x on top of that, even, and a lucky hit would do a lot. We have this cat. We're playing. I think you just rip these 3 luckies right now, and maybe not rip a hermit. Right there was $7. I mean, does Phoenix know we have card sharp? It seems like they're looking for a different hand, but that's the perfect 3 of a kind that you want to play.
I think they're gonna play down for Acrobat. It's crazy that they scored 100,000 without Acrobat and without a card sharp. So they're probably just gonna score 1,000,000 here. And wait, did Ricky Scout just say he could score 1,000,000? Or I guess with a lot of lucky, anything is possible. But I don't think Ricky's getting there.
I mean, the tempo play's working. I don't know how much this scales. We do have the lucky cat.
750,000. Definitely a good score, but Phoenix is gonna beat that.
So many Joker slots and so much econ to find something. It would be. I mean, there's something. Definitely Buffoon Pack because we have so many gold cards, but Blueprint's a blueprint. I mean, already that evens it out. It was only a 3x difference, that blind. But I guess that blueprint, if we do find this on Phoenix side, which we have a good amount of money in the bank, and we just saw this cat, so the blueprint can't be too far away, and copying the baseball card is pretty solid, especially for picking up loyalty. Maybe that's punishing, because then what do you sell for the... I guess you sell card sharp for the blueprint?
Yeah, I'm back. Phoenix thinking about this loyalty. I'm not sure if he's able to pick it up though with this fortune telling. Would be really cool if Phoenix is able to win this, even though I think Ricky's playing really good here, and they might deserve it more. But I love Phoenix build so much.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a baseball card.
the fact that this is our lineup on Ricky's side with, I guess the only good jokers are Blueprint and Brainstorm, and Blueprint and Brainstorm are as good as the best joker in the seed, so they just need one joker to pop up, and it should be GG's.
I'm not sure. I'm thinking with Phoenix here. Is it better to sell the fortune teller for this loyalty? I'm guessing it is, but I'm not entirely sure. 64 base mode is a lot for this lineup.
The biggest thing I'm worried about is, can we line up the loyalty card? I guess you can one-shot both blinds, and you don't have to play every hand, every blind, but it's also costing a lot of value.
I mean, I think we've given up on value.
They have both blinds remaining, so I don't know what they're talking about. I think, unless there's just one, but yeah, they want to take this loyalty card. They just want to make sure they can get it online.
Yeah, I'm thinking, is it even better than the fortune teller? Because they're playing 3 of a kinds.
The thing is, when we see this blueprint, having a lot of uncommons is going to be nice, so we can copy the baseball.
I don't think we're ever gonna see the blueprint on the Phoenix side.
I feel like they're not that far behind, just because we saw this lucky cat, and the blueprint wasn't too far after, and we have 2 lives remaining.
Yeah, maybe Brainstorm.
Or actually, Brainstorm
Hmm.
is the first one, I guess.
Yeah, but would the Brainstorm wouldn't even be good for Phoenix.
No, copying baseball card. That's the beauty of it, because it uses the uncommon Joker position.
Oh,
A Chad on Ricky's side. Do we sell out of our last piece of econ? Going for just full luckies for, oh, also a Dusk. Eternal Dusk.
ooh.
So if we sell Chad here, our last Joker slot is just reserved for an on-scoring effect. If we take anything else, it could be very bad.
This is why this Eternal Acrobat might come into play. There's a loyalty card might get sold, get bought for instead of this trio. Although I'm not sure if they're able to get out of the blind consistently, so should be a skip.
There's the golden ticket. That's a lot of money to make. We have the Acrobat. Oh, there's not many. Never mind.
I mean, there's not a lot of
Phoenix has
gold
way
cards,
more
are
gold.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And gambling on lucky's likely going to pay out more, especially from what we've seen so far.
Still nothing. It's looking bad for Ricky believers. This game might game
Also,
one might go to Phoenix.
I would love to see Ricky build into this polychrome if we do get the tears for it.
Oh,
Because
true. Wait.
we have the Dusk. That's our best line to scoring here.
Yeah, with the Dusk, the the Polychrome was basically an ancient. It's a makeshift ancient, so and that could probably beat this temple play Phoenix is building.
But because we copied so many red seals, they're gonna have a harder time finding all the deaths that we saw earlier in the game. It was kind of an astronomical amount of luck.
Yeah, definitely not gonna find that many deaths again. So I'm not sure if they're gonna be able to get any deaths at all. They have a just hoping for these luckies to hit, I guess. And then hopefully finding something
Imagine how big the cat would be on Ricky's side right now.
through this trio could never. I mean, that would be he would be locked into place. So I'm not entirely sure if that's what he wants. With this idol coming up for sure.
Family?
I can feel
Small
it.
upgrade? I mean, with all the lucky hits, triple copy on family, and there's a photograph. I feel like you have to settle
Ooh.
here.
Yeah, photograph 8x.
You're on one life? Photograph,
It being internal is
six-
so rough.
or... Yeah, I guess... Oh, a sock. Brutal.
Yeah, okay, that is. I mean, you had to get the acrobat, so and the sock without a photograph is not that good, so it's
I mean, our
not too bad.
build's locked. The best thing we can do is build towards the polychrome while we're just playing these blinds.
I guess if there's an idol, you could sell brainstorm
Yeah, true.
if it hit.
On one life, you really have to gauge whether you want to risk it. But
Yeah,
they should be quite far ahead in this next PvP.
yeah, I think Ricky's gonna take this next PvP, and I don't think Phoenix is improving that much, except for their fortune teller scaling.
The cat hasn't scaled
Oh,
at
the
all.
cats. Yeah, no, the cat has not hit that very well. I'm really gonna play some more luckies on Phoenix side.
Okay, 2.25.
Oh, horrible,
A
I
million
guess.
points on a 3 of a kind.
I mean, that's the best score they have.
Yeah, it really,
And Ricky's.
really. There's the brainstorm.
Oh,
What do you sell? You could sell, like, you want to keep all your uncommons here so you can copy, and then you can just go for luckies. I feel like you definitely sell fortune teller here.
yeah, I mean, you have
And
to. 'Cause
acrobat is definitely not the things to sell.
4.5x plus the 50 chips.
I feel like you just have to bet your lucky's hit on your big acrobat hands,
Mhm.
and that's what they're doing.
I mean, you kind of have to 4.5 X on all these chokers,
Blueprint
basically.
as well. Blueprint's
Wait.
less beneficial. Now we're so I
No,
hate this
no,
card
don't
sharp
stop.
compared to this acrobat. Like we can do a flush 5. We have another
I mean,
blind
this
left
blueprint
still.
is just
Phoenix, honestly, not that far behind in queue.
this blueprint just
25. Oh
hurts
no, we're
us.
just dead to timer. It's last PvP is next PvP.
Oh no.
Yeah, we needed to play that hand minutes. Wait, maybe if they do win with this,
Just play your
it doesn't
hands.
win. Nope, that not winning was it, and they're gonna miss value here. Maybe we squeeze it out. 5. I think if we just can't see the shop at all. Oh, they paused it as well. Wow,
Oh.
that would have been big for Ricky if this was last PvP.
I mean, I don't think there's anything Phoenix can do. They were kind of locked in their build, even though they didn't have a lot of Eternals. Only having one more slot open,
I
I
mean,
guess it could be filled with photograph, but that's only a 4x.
we could have such a better score if it was Acrobat instead of Card Sharp here, because it's just going to be last hand that matters anyways, and if that hand could be a flush 5 instead of a 3 of a kind, and we don't have to figure out a way to play a 3 of a kind here without getting rid of our luckies. Or maybe you want to play the luckies here first.
I'm not sure how Phoenix can come back from this.
This is a
Ricky has
great hand from Ricky. Yeah.
Lift to steal as well. Let's see, 100 million. Yeah, Phoenix not gonna score anywhere close to that. I think pausing the timer just dragged out the game for no reason. I don't think Phoenix is gonna come back ever.
I mean, Ricky's also locked in here, so yeah, Phoenix can pull something off.
Yeah, Ricky has definitely been playing very well this game. I don't expect that from Ricky Clean.
170 mil. I think Phoenix knows they're not winning here.
I don't really think Phoenix gets there. I'm not entirely sure. GG. Yeah, I think Phoenix knows. I mean, it could be an idol. Doesn't have to be over.
I mean, I guess they are in similar spots in shop, but there's just no way Phoenix can pass Ricky. I guess, no, an idol, Ricky can just sell the Brainstorm. We're like so locked into this build for both players, and I would much rather be locked in with a photograph than with a baseball card.
Yeah, both players seem to be locked into their build, but Ricky's build is just so much better. Yeah, I think this game is kind of over already. Maybe, okay, it's some crazy cope. The idol could miss for Ricky and a hit for Phoenix. Phoenix has been copying a lot of purple steals and have been snowballing the deck. So I think Phoenix deck is a little bit better. It could happen, but
Yeah. Wow,
oh, it's so slim.
1.4 million. We just aren't anywheres.
Maybe.
There's a Chad. I think I like this Chad pickup just because this card sharp's not going to be what we need to beat it, and we can at least scale the cat that we have to keep either way. Oh, and there's a Dusk. I think you passed on this Dusk.
Has Phoenix seen the polychrome? Because they have a lot of depths. It could have been building into Polychrome, and
I don't think they
maybe
ever
do
saw the
something.
Polychrome card. But
Ah,
now we're
so rough.
seeing Ricky. No, they're not going to death it. Just a mistake. Straight up. That is by far the best way to scale Ricky's score right now because we're so locked in.
Yeah, playing a flush house even, we just boost the score by like 5x. I don't think it's gonna matter. I also don't think Dusk is gonna score you 180 million or whatever Ricky scored.
And we sold the Chad for no reason. That hurts. I mean, golden ticket pickup. Maybe we could pass Phoenix in these shops. And the idol's right around the corner. But Phoenix really has to step up their game on how to min-max the blinds with this ticket.
All the red seals are lucky though. It's just
I
the
mean, so many
just the
purples to
purples.
play. There's so many of them. And
That's
I would
true,
take
yeah.
$12 over a purple seal at this point.
A natural negative steel joker. On Ricky's side.
I mean, that's going to be good for Phoenix.
Surely, actually, Phoenix might find that actually. If this ticket, I believe. It's just never gonna be enough. That's the problem. Ricky's just on retriggable X mods while Phoenix is still in the temple build.
I like
All of
Ricky
Eternals.
building into the steel, but Ricky's locked into 3 8x jokers. You know, if we can get that steel joker, there's a line to beat that out. Now that we're out of the card sharp, we've got I think there's still a chance for Phoenix here for sure. Just because we have more jokers that are doing a lot. Like, it's only 3 8x jokers on Ricky's side.
Really. I mean, I don't think Cat is gonna scale to 8x, seeing how Phoenix is playing these luckies.
I mean, sock.
Baron
Ticket.
on Ricky's side. Ricky's just rolling for idol, and it has to hit in order for Ricky to take it.
There's the photograph. Doesn't even take a second look at it.
I mean, the cat is better than the photograph.
I don't know if we're finding any of this good stuff. That photograph showing up there is not a good sign.
Oh, we've not even seen the negative steel joker. It's just, I don't think it's doable. There's nothing in the shop between Ricky roll and also nothing for him.
We're making a good amount of money here. We'll see. They really need a miracle in this last shop.
I mean, I don't know how many hermits they need to even catch up to Ricky. They're not making a crazy amount of money. I agree. I think, I mean, it just depends on lucky hits, I guess. But trying to skill the cat was definitely a play. I'm not sure if it gets you 180 million though. So
I don't think there's much harm in trying to scale a cat, and we can't triple copy ticket. That hurts.
that's really sad.
I mean, that's just a misplay by them. They had the chance to play their gold sooner and then play the luckies in the final hand. It just...
And no, Phoenix definitely has some work to do in terms of playing the blinds.
There's a steel joker. No negative yet.
No, that's not the steel joker we were looking for. Wait, this is a crazy line. I know Phoenix has steel, but Phoenix doesn't have steel and it's a negative idol.
Non-eternal photo shows up. I mean, you take that if you're Phoenix, for sure. And there's the negative steel joker.
Okay, you're getting somewhere.
Hold. Polychrome red seal. Yeah, Phoenix, that purple jack, Ricky has had that for the whole game pretty much, so we're just way behind in card packs.
Yeah, dumb. I know that not, sorry.
An acrobat in the photograph spot, copy the baseball card. Could be a close game, but I think the steal is just sealing this. Maybe we get close to the last score Ricky put up, but it's just gotten better since then.
No, I don't think we even get close. It's gonna be like, maybe get within
See, look at that big
10x.
number.
Yeah, get within 10x, but Ricky definitely also improved.
I
A
think
lot, but
you gotta go for multiple hands. I don't know if we have more red seals though.
no no Dusk, no Acrobat. I think you just play the high cards down to Dusk.
Yeah, very nice looking hand for Ricky. What you would expect with how many purples are in this game.
Mm-hmm. I see there's had a lot of potential. It's just all the good jokers came way too late for them to
Yeah, I
make
mean,
use of it.
Black Stake punishing quite a lot.
Yeah, I can't even blame Phoenix for their play. I actually thought that play was really good. There was nothing in the seed, just picking a couple Eternals trying to kill Ricky before anything good shows up. Just barely too late with tempo playing. And that's game 1. That's Phoenix somehow scores. What Ricky
I mean, I
scores.
think the top end on the lucky hits does put us around there.
Not even close. I think it was E7 last time we got.
I think it was E8. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, 10x less is what Jan's saying. Someone said cat doesn't scale off of gold. Yeah, no, it's true. Yeah, nothing Phoenix can do in this position. Really unfortunate.
Yeah.
The tempo play almost worked, which would have been really cool to see.
I mean, you gotta copy the cat and then it gives you the highest top end, no?
Yeah, definitely a copy the cat.
One lucky hit. Not enough.
Oh, well,
What a odd seed.
yeah, like the first 6 antes, literally no econ jokers, no X mode. It was horrible to a horrible seed. Just only purple seals. And then when Phoenix decided to go for the eternal flat X mode jokers, then Ricky found all the econ jokers and all the good jokers. The photograph, the dusk. Very unfortunate seeds. Both players played really well. And I mean, it was a really close game, except for the last anti, I guess. But
The tempo line almost worked, for sure.
yeah,
Which is so surprising because it should have been a stronger seed than what it was, but it was closer than it could have been.
maybe deciding not to go black stick this time after what happened last time.
Let's see. What are we doing in... Alright. I think I'm gonna get this second game alone, but thank you for casting. Thanks for the help.
Alright. No worries.
See ya. Alright, chat. Game 2, Phoenix v Ricky. I imagine we're gonna end up on black stake again. And white stake. Yeah. Blackstake, once again, the picks are Erratic, Abandoned, and Magic. That is a rough set of picks. Do you think someone else could have won that game in Phoenix position? The cat easily could have won him that game if we were more set up. Like, the cat pickup, if you had Ricky's deck, would have won. It depends where you're jumping in from Phoenix position, but it was winnable for sure. That number from Ricky isn't that big. And they were just locked up because of that acrobat. So we're doing green stake. Ricky decided to switch it up. Okay, well, I don't want to just look at that. It was that transition screen that was breaking my stream earlier, by the way. We're doing green stake on Erratic, Abandoned, or Magic. I'm guessing we're going Abandoned. That's my prediction. Phoenix still has the GG on screen. Oh, they did a random number generator to pick the deck, so my prediction was wrong. We're going Erratic, green stake. Why does Erratic deck just not exist? Okay, I guess this is... We haven't had an Erratic game yet. I didn't know that Erratic just is a mystery. So it should work. Interesting. Alright, you guys can look at Black deck. That looks like Erratic, right? Alright, that is game 1 for Ricky. Vega watched Erratic. Who was playing? Was it Piton? I mean, green stake gonna be better than how that black stake went. Both these players, I think, making some questionable decisions on Eternals. Honestly, never mind. I can't say that. The Acrobat was a fine pickup, and Ricky might have just lost that game without picking it up. As well as the Lucky Cat was fine. The baseball was fine. It was mostly just how the players played the early game. Seeing Phoenix mess up all those discards. Half Joker definitely cost Phoenix a lot that game. Just not knowing how to properly utilize it. Black deck image gives you PTSD. You think Checkered looks like more Erratic? Let's see. Checkered? I don't know about that. Here, what we can do is go like this. It's a tiny Erratic deck. take this guy. Perfect. That one looks like erratic. Does look a little off. Maybe black deck looked a little closer. This one's a little weird. Alright, we are starting. Game 2, if Ricky wins this, they move on to face... Actually, who? I think I may face one of the players in this bracket, so maybe I should be rooting for Phoenix. So the winner of this does intersect with my bracket pretty soon. Maybe a few games away. In the erratic deck, 5 queens, 0 kings. I mean, someone call Aaron. I think we got a force Baron on this seed. I don't think I've ever seen 0 kings. You very rarely see a 0 on black deck. We also have a lot of diamonds, and they are high. Smart player would just go for diamonds to get through this small blind. Shooting the moon. I mean, it's just 5 queens. There's nothing too special about this other than the lack of face cards, really. How many 8s in the deck? I would love to see you look at the deck before passing on this 8 ball. Why are we looking at this bootstraps? We have 5 queens in deck. I mean, you called it. It's simple as. And does this judgment give Shoot the Moon for a cheaper price? Okay, well, it doesn't matter. Gives you Constellation. And we get a Steel Foil? Queen. No Ankh on Shoot the Moon, unfortunately. Interesting. Phoenix not gonna be able to get the Chariot here. We're onking Faceless with 7 face cards. Oh no. I mean, $10 around that we can probably get 1 proc, but onking Faceless, that's just being so punished by this erratic deck, because it would have been a great line in any other scenario. But now we're risking our lives. I mean, you just keep this diamond here. Just need Paradolia? True, actually. Surely it's coming. But this line that Phoenix was able to find would have been so beneficial on any other deck. Because Faceless is a good guard, but it's literally cut in half because we have so little kings. They needed to play that full house. Are we going to die to the blind? Okay, they were going for the 5 of a kind. I think you definitely unlocked the 5 of a kind early on erratic. Also, this Faceless is going to be hard to navigate with just the Shoot the Moon for living, but we are able to get at least 1 proc off. Likely going to be the only one we see here from Ricky. I mean, this is a very hard seed to navigate. Hand size and a Wily, still not much scoring for Phoenix to survive these lines confidently, because we have to be greedy if we want to get value from this Ankh on the Faceless. And they also really need scoring to show up here. And they're only 1 choker ahead in shop. We're taking the hand size. Gonna be going for 5 of a kinds to survive the blinds. Should be mostly consistent to draw, as long as we don't have to hold too many face cards. Did he not unlock 5 of a kind last blind? Okay, I was gonna say, we almost misclicked that. Does get another proc, and the 4 of a kind should be enough. We are a little lacking on ships. 5 of a kind's definitely enough. Wow, why do we not want this 4 of a kind level? Or 5 of a kind level? That's literally our only scoring. Good thing they were forced to play that, because it would have been a misplay to go for a 4 of a kind again. Here's a chat, I mean, Phoenix pretty far ahead in shop here and on econ because of this faceless play. And we get a banana and ice cream. That's easily a combination that could pass up Ricky scoring. I would love to see this ice cream pickup. His juggler's not doing much. Consistent scoring, I mean, that's just gonna beat out Ricky unless they get perfect draws. We still have another blind. Wait, how did they end up so far ahead in shop? Deathing face cards just to get more faceless value. I think that's definitely worth it. There's nothing that we've seen to be worth it. But how? Phoenix hasn't rolled outside of that shop. Honking faceless, but it was that all week that should have put them ahead was the judgment. They took a judgment for a constellation. They should only be one Joker head in queue, and then these rules on top now, obviously. Fortune Teller, we saw that last game. Riff Raff, an interesting card for sure, but we're locked in with too many of these Jokers. So we'll see. The Queens come pretty quick. Phoenix has gotten more deaths off. Phoenix definitely favored for this PvP. Maybe considering looking for that flush. We do have a lot of diamonds in that deck, but we can definitely lose value from the faceless. 1300 from a 3 of a kind. We still only have one queen. Ricky definitely has a chance if they do draw better and Phoenix doesn't try hard enough to score. A 3 of a kind is going to help. Should be keeping this 7 for sure. Maybe they're looking for the 5 of a kind of the 5s as their big hand. Why are we discarding a 3 of a kind? 2 queens now. Still just not scoring that much. I mean, this consistent ice cream plus banana in most worlds wins this PvP. We're looking for the lucky 10s on Phoenix side, and after Ricky plays that, they know they should have this PvP. Get the 5 of a kind with the lucky. Still scared of playing a 5 of a kind. Actually making sure we can discard to find the last lucky. And we're out with a plus 20. There's an Onyx Agate. There is a very little clubs in this deck. A very good Joker compared to our scoring right now, but with this deck, I don't know if you can take that. Idle Photo. We have enough queens, but we have to discard our queens to make money. It's... wow. I might keep this banana over one of these faceless because I don't know how much value we're going to be able to get when we have to live off our face cards. But we're selling the banana, and you got to sell the ice cream now. It's not much use without the banana. Phoenix does this a lot. They sell the Joker and then they think, and it has cost them a Chad in the last game. But surely they just do that play. I mean, it is the greedy play, but it's going to be hard to live here. I wouldn't hate opening a Celestial pack. You know, we can play those 5s if we get 5 of a kind levels, but we forget that's a thing in the game. Phoenix is a small world player, which means planet levels are all that's in the seed in a lot of cases. So they should know a 5 of a kind scaling is going to be enough to live the blinds. Is going to be a lot of value. It's just interesting to see. See, we're not getting this $10 that we would gain from discarding these queens. We have to play them to survive now. Ricky also missing out on a lot of faceless value because the shoot the moons they're scoring. I mean, with so little faces in the game, and that's only way to live. Also, Phoenix probably gonna die to this blind. Actually, never mind. He's only 2,600. 5 of a kind from Ricky. We have 1-8 in the deck. That is not a straight to go for. Going for the full house, 5s and 10s perhaps? Not sure how many 10s there are. Also, Ricky does pick up this riffraff. I'd love to sell this juggler faceless, but we're selling... Why do we have... Okay, we are selling out for the riffraff. Okay, 4 of a kind does it. Full house also does it. Should be fine here. Ricky playing that shop very interestingly. Idle somewhat hits for Phoenix, but not gonna matter. A smeared. I like this smeared pickup. We smeared and we skip. We can tempo him down. That's a flush 5 if we pick up the smeared. And this faceless is not making any money because we can't survive the blinds. Please get out of the faceless. Do the trading card as well. Come on. Oh, the trading card was so good there. That's $3 per discard, and we're max getting 1 faceless proc. So plus $2 a round, but it's hard to get and not risk dying. Like, this faceless, not what we need. Ricky has a pretty good tempo set up here, but I think with that skip from Phoenix, as long as they don't completely bottom deck, it should easily go to them, and that skip will pay off. Yeah, skipping that trading card, definitely a blunder. You gotta know when to nightmare buffer. It's not always applicable. We're not doing too much with this stall here, because we've already played the hand. There, that'll get Phoenix to play. Are we going for the flush house? We have so many queens, come on. Draw the flush house, but we have a flush 5 if we discard it right. Either way, it's going to easily win. Move around the Queen of Hearts because we don't have smeared. $370,000. Ricky gonna get a little bit from interest, and honestly, gonna have a tough time just surviving the blinds. All we have is Zany, and as long as this riffraff gives nothing, it's gonna be a tough blind to survive. Phoenix is gonna be able to work around a lot of idle hits because of smeared. Now we get an egg instead of a trading card. Okay. Phoenix just so far ahead in shop because of that onk play, though. It did definitely pay off. And there's that idle photo, which means Ricky's having a tough time surviving these blinds, and we get no riffraff value. Sell it to open the pack of Red Seal in the Spectral pack. Phoenix skipped, so they're not going to see that Spectral till next shop. But if there's a good card in one of these jumbo standards, it'd be very nice to be able to Red Seal it. Is there something? Is there a hard decision there or something? Maybe Phoenix scared of purple seals, as we saw last game. Both players looking at this rare skip, probably deciding whether they want to take it. They're skipping. They're skipping the rare. We'll see in just a second. I do not like this rare skip. They're both in very similar situations, but the rare skip for Ricky is not good if you know your opponent's matching it. They DM'd each other, and they know that each player is going to take the skip, and it's not a comeback play when you are behind for Ricky's sake. So definitely a misplay. There's the red seal 10 of diamonds with this idle hit. We also get a magician for that 10. So in a great spot. Just need a full house here to make it out. Fool for temperance. Also going to be a nice purple seal payoff from Phoenix. Any $20 hits? That is rough. You have $0 in the bank for Ricky. Getting just this $6 payout, and it's a burnt joker. Yeah, not what you needed. Likely going to sell that right away for this trading card. Another magician, definitely valuable, with this Chad being our only source of econ. Considering the moon for the idol. There's that flush house for Phoenix. Maybe if you calc it again, the score will go up. $20 hit. Phoenix is, wow, two $20 hits. They're ahead in that lucky queue. Why are we looking at this burn? It's got to go. Is Phoenix even going to pick it up? Extra discard is nice. 8 of diamonds, not a bad hit, especially with the smeared. And there's a star card as well. Gonna strength up. That's setting up those 10s and the 8s in this blind. I think there's no heart 8, so we only have 3 of them. So we're fooling the strength right now. 6 cents. Please pick that up. The discard is not needed here. Also, this spectral could have an Ankh. Actually, no, we know this spectral pack has a deja vu in it. That could influence Phoenix's decision. And he gets it on a face card, but we're going to put it on the red seal 10. We do draw the queen. We're passing on 6 cents for a drunkard. Insane. We're not putting the red seal on the face card. We're pretty built into that face card as well because we have smeared. We have so many queens that we've been deathing from for so long. Why not strengthen the lucky 10? I guess it is a lucky card. That is a benefit, but we're not built into jacks as much. The purple seal does help, actually. I can see the line if that is where they're going. But we're strengthening the jack into a queen. There's so many 10s on this side, too. I can't make sense of any of it. We have 2 jack of diamonds. I think you just for sure put that red seal on the face card. You guaranteed get photograph value. I'm curious if we're doing a flush house here. I mean, we can do a flush 5, but flush house not much worse and allows us to dig deeper. It's a tough hand to work around with no additional hand size. But maybe this extra discard will save us. Gets the 2 jacks, wow. Or the 2 tens to use this strength on. Then we have the flush house. We get to play the lucky card. That worked out very well, that discard. It's a decent start. Another one in the Fool. That's going to be great for deck fixing in these coming blinds. And 580,000 from Phoenix. Maybe look one more time, it'll change again. It is a lucky card first. Plus 20. I mean, 1.2 million. Ricky, nowhere near that. We don't have this smeared. We can't build the flush 5. The smeared pickup, very good for Phoenix. And they're just going to try to make some money in this PvP. Jack of Spades hit is going to be a miss. Will Phoenix be able to survive the blind? We can consistently draw a flush house. There's the smeared for Ricky. I imagine they're going to be picking that up. Now we have leveled out the playing ground, but Ricky notably has a trading card instead of a drunkard, and that is going to be much more value long term, but I don't know if long term value is enough when we're on 1 life. And Phoenix deck is looking very nice at this moment. So many face card hits for this idol. I don't know what we're considering here, but no reason to buy the voucher there. It's just gonna cost us interest. We were in the stand. I would have listened in earlier if I knew there was a mic. Ricky gets the lucky hit and does beat the blind, but that could have been very bad if they just died there. I mean, that would have been game. All based on a lucky hit. And I don't think Phoenix is gonna have as much trouble because we should be able to consistently draw this flush house. Most of the time. Wow. Just gets there. Might not even be enough. 4x on a flush house. It is level 2. We'll see if it is enough. It's not. That's a life lost for Phoenix. Sells Smear Joker for Ricky. It does hit 10 of diamonds. And Queen of Diamonds for Phoenix. That's not a red seal, but we do have a flush 5 Queen of Diamonds. I mean, Ricky's on 1 life. This 6th Sense has to have something to save him. We have the red seal 10 with a death. But we don't get the photograph value. But with that death, maybe in a great spot to win the PvP. Strength. Definitely wanted for Phoenix. Not skipping. Very good play. We're up lives. Maybe they made a mistake. But that is a good play here. We're up 3 lives. We know our opponent skipped. And the Queen of Diamonds is not as good as that Jack hits. I meant to skip, yeah. So, accidentally makes the right play. Because I don't think that flush 5 would have won. There's no levels. And... well... Ricky sold Smeared, so they only have a 4 of a kind, but with 2 red seals... nah, I think Phoenix might... it could have gone either way. It was really dependent on draws. Sun card... that's a great pickup because... because we have this Smeared, it doesn't matter if it... as long as it's a light suit, it is going to work with this build. Calking a pair. No more value in the deck. Can we Chad the Lucky? Cannot risk it. Maybe one more calc will do it. I think that might, yeah, still not be enough. Does he know that Queen of Hearts is a Queen of Diamonds and could have made it so we can Chad the Luckies? Or I guess it doesn't change much. Maybe calc it again? Okay. We're getting out another plus 20 hit. Phoenix, wow, another one. Phoenix is so ahead on these lucky procs. We have a Joker slot to fill. 6 of diamonds, definitely a miss. Not useless though, but I doubt that's enough to beat out Ricky's 10 of diamonds hit. Sells a Sun card. Do we have Smear Joker up top? I don't remember. I mean, a flush house with 3 6s might have done it. A bloodstone with the Smeared, sell this drunkard right now. Maybe hold it one more ante. Okay. I'm trying to see Phoenix make the right choices. I don't know. If we kept this star, Phoenix would be in a very good spot to win this PvP. But because we sold it, and we probably aren't trying that flush house, I doubt it. Two 6 of diamonds. I guess, is there only 2 6s in the deck? Maybe the star wouldn't have helped them, though still, or sun wouldn't have helped them. But still, just a useful card when you have an idol and a Smeared and are built into light suits. Pause buffering is just gross. There's that 10 to death. I believe Ricky's going for a flush house here. And 3 face cards at that. Phoenix would have easily won this PvP had they actually skipped. So that misclick, that's going to dwell on them for sure. But they should have been able to win this either way. And I think still not taking the skip is the right play. Just because we're up on lives and are ahead in shop. Is Phoenix looking for these 6s? Could really have a chance of winning if we draw the 6s. But we're going for 10s and jacks, and we miss, and we draw flush. So, Phoenix is going to lose this PvP. Not putting the cards in the right order as well. Plus $20. There's the money hits finally coming in for Ricky. They forgot to put a 10 in the hand. That is insane. I mean, obviously there's a chance Phoenix wins here, but Bloodstone, as we know, is not locked in. Queen of Diamonds hit for Phoenix. Are we skipping this time? 5 of Hearts hit for Ricky. It's a miss. Phoenix much better setup for the deck. And as long as Ricky's idol doesn't hit 10 of Diamonds, in a great spot. Taking Smiley, forgetting to cycle this Zany Joker. A negative skip as well, not useless, as well as a handy tag. These aren't the worst skips to take. They're not going to put you too far behind as well. Phoenix is quite a bit ahead. But after these lucky procs, I think Ricky will be able to catch up. Also have the strength. Yeah, the strength for that red seal, for sure. Up a Bloodstone so far. If Ricky doesn't skip, because our idol has not hit. Playing the 5 of Hearts. Do we consistently live 36,000 with just a smiley face photograph? I do not know. I do not know. There's a very real chance Ricky could just die in this blind right here. Vagabond. Too late for a Vagabond. No Joker slots for it. This Smeared is more deck fixing than a Vagabond. I guess we do have a lot of diamonds and not many hearts and 10s. So it's not doing much for the skips, but when you don't skip, it's worthwhile. This Vagabond is just doing nothing. I do like Phoenix staying in this shop right here and not deciding if they want to skip yet, because if idol did hit, which it didn't for Ricky, they know if Ricky skips that they can play this small blind safely. Let's see. There's not much reason to wait here. Never too late for Vagabond. I think Vagabond on 2 lives you should take it, but not for Phoenix. I don't think they're going to be able to utilize it right. I think the Smeared is doing enough that they can always work around their idol and not die to blinds. It's giving them 2 more queens to draw, and we have 51 cards. We can't consistently draw. Vagabond, too costly. With this strength, I think we're just skipping, and idol needs to hit here for Ricky to have a chance, but we still haven't seen the Bloodstone. What would Phoenix sell? It's the Smeared. It's mime. Do we pivot to high card? Let me know, chat. Is this a high card seed? Phoenix looking through the collection for fun, maybe regretting the Vagabond skip. Ricky dies to the blind. I called it. The photograph smiley was not enough. I don't think they would have won that game regardless, but just a rough match for all around. Interesting start for Phoenix. The Ankh Faceless was a great play, and it did pay off and keep them quite far in shop to find the idol sooner, to find the Bloodstone sooner. Just a lot of small misplays on both sides, but it didn't end up mattering because of that strong start from Phoenix. Discarded idol hit right away. Yeah, you gotta work around that, especially with the Smeared. Actually, Ricky selling Smeared was also a massive misplay. But that is game 2. We might be pivoting to Star Toad versus Land, depending on how long it takes to start their game up. But this is 1-1. We're going to game 3 for Ricky versus Phoenix. Any other econ jokers early? I mean, Ricky also had that same faceless. Both players were given the same faceless joker. Phoenix was just able to onk it, making greeting for it much more rewarding. Just a very hard start to navigate in general, though, because we were living off face cards and discarding them. We're going Magic deck. Is that green stake again? Or is it purple? No, I think it's green. It was a coin flip between Magic and Ghost. I would have loved to see Ghost. Land's the player who beat you. Good luck to him in the match. Land is a very good player, so do not feel bad about a loss like that. I'm excited to watch that match. Both very good players. It's gonna be a bit of... I should be nicer, but there has been a lot of misplays on both sides these games. I went to some of Land's parties back in the day. I've been to a couple of Land's parties. Alright, Cream 3, Magic Green. I mean, such a weird combination. I don't know if I've ever played a Magic deck game within the past 3 months. The only Magic deck games I've played, I think, are just cocktail games. I just love Zodiac more. Like when you call out misplays, they're different playstyle. Yeah, some misplays are just obvious. I mean, it's good if you are watching to learn. Like, if you see me say, you shouldn't do that 50 times, you're probably gonna get in your head. Sometimes it's a choice of opinion, but there is objective misplays in this game. Like selling Smeared there. And keeping Drunkard over trading card. Not built for tournaments is stressful. I mean, I'm there too. In my game ones, I was stressing. I was kind of locked in for my sets. I just have to block out everything. But when the money's on the line, I mean, it's every match from this point forward is the highest stakes Balatro match. And the deeper you get in the tournament, the higher stakes it is. Instant skip from Ricky. I'm sure Phoenix will do the same. And we're starting the game with a rare joker. This very much could decide the direction of the game, or it could just be a baseball card. Here's the rare. The family and a smiley face. Not the worst rare to skip for, but I really don't like dittoing rare skips because, you know, with this family, that's just something you both have to play around now. And it kind of just gets in the way of a game. I like to have more time to play better than my opponent rather than taking a skip and having less opportunities to make the better decision. Also, no smiley face for Phoenix. What happened that they didn't purchase it? They went Arcana pack instead and they got Empress instead of a smiley face. In my knowledge, smiley face does more, but they are able to get seance value. And I'm sure, wow, Ricky doesn't greed it. That's a talisman that Phoenix is up. Scary face is bad news though for Phoenix because we could have smiley scary, which we're seeing on the Phoenix side. Very strong tempo. Smiley scary in the first 3 antes can carry you through a lot. And if we don't see this, we're fooling temperances before buying scary face. Oh no. Oh no. Just, oh, orbital tag, that could be a crazy variance play. Small mistake from Phoenix, I'm sure they just forgot. Ricky skips. Ricky skips Scary Face. We've got the build split in 2. We've got Scary Face on Phoenix side, Smiley Face on Ricky's. Ricky did just use a world card, so this blackboard, very doable. Also getting that talisman. But Phoenix just draws another natural straight flush. And we get an Ankh for the family, so nothing's going to matter up until this point unless we're holding on to it long. I wouldn't hate just Ankhing the family the second we see a scoring joker, but obviously in a higher caliber game, you do want to keep it. Also, Ricky using these fools for world cards, very smart. Instead of a $7 temperance, we're getting spectral cards. Definitely a trade I would make. And we're building this deck for blackboard. I mean, it's crazy that Phoenix has been able to draw these natural straight flushes. Also, we're just passing on blackboard. Want to Ankh Seance? Scary Face comes back. Does Ricky change it? Or take it this time? Surely. Scary Face would just provide so much value, and I'm sure they're going to realize it this time. Okay, they almost hit the go next button. They really were close. So unpunished for skipping it that last time. I think that was just such a big blunder to pass on such a strong Chips Joker early on when we have no levels or anything. And Phoenix gonna just try to draw another natural straight flush. Getting close again, but it could very much be bait, and they could lose a life. Just 3. Have we used a star card? I don't think we have. I don't think we've used a star card, and we've drawn 3 natural straight flushes, and we get out of the blind. No way we're looking for the club straight flush. You can't risk playing this 5. We don't even have the club straight flush. There's no line to find it. Insane that we've drawn that many. I mean, fooling the temperances turned out to be the better play. A play Phoenix could do is Ankh. Nope, Ankh the family right then and take misprint, but they might even lose this PvP still because Ricky has Scary Smiley, Blackboard, and the family. If we can get that online, it is going to do quite a lot. We're deathing here so we can use this Emperor. Nope, we're just judgmenting anyways. Definitely not a good burglar because we have so many discards. I'm ready to watch Star Toad land. I can see in their DMs they asked for a seed change immediately. I mean, we might just pivot and keep this game on the second monitor. This is a tough watch. let me take a peek at Startoad versus Lan while we're looking at this PvP. They are seed changing. Or maybe it's just delayed. It is just delayed, so it hasn't started yet. Phoenix, I believe, is in a better spot to draw this 4 of a kind. Ricky draws a straight flush, is going to get value out of this PvP and likely still win it because they have Scary Smiley. No reason to pause buffer here. There's a chance Phoenix... Oh wow, 4 of a kind draw, never mind. I forgot Phoenix definitely can draw that, and this straight flush could lose the PvP. 5 of a kind on top. That 5 of a kind is going to be enough, and this is not a good enough draw, but we get almost another straight flush. Not quite. A very interesting game. Startoad, their match starting off instantly with a hallucination bloodstone. But Ricky doesn't have the bloodstone. I'm sure they're just behind in the Joker queue. Should we do a poll, chat? Do we watch Ricky or Startoad v Lan? Alright, pull this up on Twitch. Do we want to watch Startoad versus Lan or Ricky versus Phoenix? This is game 3. We've got a seance going, and there is a bean on Phoenix side. If that influences your decision. Lan is down Bloodstone in... Unless we're just behind in Joker queue because we didn't do the card pack. Interesting. Ricky versus Phoenix in the lead, 3 votes. Another just easy straight flush draw for Phoenix. Definitely more likely now with this being an aura is going to be great. And we're sticking to this match. I'll keep an eye on Startoad versus Lan. I think Lan is just down Bloodstone, so maybe that game's decided. Never mind. Okay, there's some interesting stuff they have to choose between. Polychrome for the aura. Polychrome Astronomer. Also, ripping that aura before opening the standard pack is nasty. They could get a red seal in this pack, which would have been very beneficial. Wow, Startoad asking for a sea change because they don't want to have to make a choice between a Wraith and an Immolate. That's crazy. They ripped the Immolate though. Land, no response. No response. I mean, land should have taken that. We're just down Bloodstone on land side. In the PvP again, Ricky sells the family. We're doing a straight flush build. We do have Polychrome with this smiley face and a gold seal on the Polychrome with that. Because they just waited to use the aura, they were able to make a much more valuable card. Phoenix had the same option, but decided to just rip it on a king, because why not? Another straight flush. Surely we sell the Ouija. I get fooling the Emperor, but we gotta... What just happened? What? Why are we keeping a Ouija? Are we ripping the Ouija this blind? We just lost so much value. We got Fool Emperor. If we just sold the Ouija. Now we're selling the strength. Ay. To block, it's not worth the 1 in 20 block. We get an Immolate. Great pull. This is... I mean... What is this Ouija doing? If we're not ripping it now, it's only getting worse with the Bean. 6,000 score from Ricky clean, by the way. Misses the straight flush draw. Phoenix gonna win this PvP. Put Ricky down to 2. Is up the family. Staring at this Ouija. I mean, surely you don't hit it when you're up this many lives. A Ouija is a desperate play. But maybe C-Dubs is in the back pocket. Emo from Ouija block. I mean, we'll see. Somehow, even though Phoenix is much more set up, I think they're ahead in the Seance queue, which is just insane that they've been able to draw these. But, you know, Ricky hasn't seen this Bean yet, or maybe skipped on it. Can't imagine they skipped on it. But Phoenix skipped on a Midas match, so crazy things can happen. Ricky skipped Bean. Deserved not drawing the straight flushes. It's a tough watch. Like, these players are good. They've played a lot of ranked. I'm just perplexed by some of these decisions. Maybe it's just the pressure of the tournament making you make mistakes, because I imagine they're going to have a hard time watching this back. But we're selling the Ouija finally. We didn't even rip Immolate here. Probably had a decent start to this draw. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh my god. We sold an Immolate over the Ouija. We sold an Immolate over the Ouija, and we haven't ripped this Ouija yet with the Bean. I can't do this, man. What is that play? And we might still win this game because Ricky sold the family and just isn't drawing the straight flushes, passing on a Bean. Like, what am I watching? There's no shot we just sold an Immolate. You could rip the Immolate right here. You could rip at any point of this game. We have no cards that we needed in that hand. That is insane. And we're not drawing the straight flushes on Ricky's side. We have 8 hand sides. We have a dice that does absolutely nothing for the speculative Bloodstone Or to pop this banana and get a Cavendish. But no, we can't take a bean. Ricky ripped the Ouija and got 6s? What is happening? They ripped the Ouija and it's 6s. And we don't even have the family, so that Ouija rip was so insane. Insane Ouija rip. If we're selling the family, I'm done with this game. What am I watching? These players have both played hundreds of hours of multiplayer. I'm pulling up their stats. "51 matches this season from Ricky. 51 matches. 68% win rate. Higher ranked than me right now. Like, what are these decisions? You know, maybe I'm just so dumb. Phoenix. Rank 11, small world. 74% win rate. 65 games played this season. Like, they're good players. They're supposed to be good players. They've made it this far in the tournament. They haven't lost a game. And we're making just some insane plays. Phoenix could easily just win this game, honestly, by hexing and onking this family that, for some reason, Ricky got rid of. And we're playing a pair, because why would we not? Are we dead to the blind? We're dead to the blind now. Why did we play a pair and not the 4 of a kind? Just a mystery. Just a mystery. Maybe rip the Ouija so we get the 4 of a kind. That's an idea. Why not? Yep, dead to the blind. Insane. Insane. 3 to 2 lives. Just, what are we doing? Finally, no, not even a straight flush draw for Ricky. I'm sure that Ouija is making it hard to draw these cards. No, we have 1 spade 9. That's probably the thing that's been keeping us back for so long. Why do we still have this Ouija? The bean's about to die. The time to rip it was so long ago. The time to rip it never existed. And we still have it. And we sold an Immolate. Insane. Insane. It has to be the pressure and the fact that we're 2 hours into this set that we're seeing some of these decisions. But this is for $10,000, let me remind you. These players are competing for their share of $10,000, and we're selling a Hex over a Ouija when this Ankh is gonna be the path to winning this game. Ricky barely makes it out the blind. The family comes back unpunished, and now we're in the same spot. Cryptid on the polychrome. Ricky somehow also in a good spot. Like, I'm gonna have a headache. Did Phoenix get the polychrome? Please game 1 red seal eye bag. It can be that hard. It's a 1 in 20, and blocking a Ouija isn't gonna get you much closer. Sold the bean. Maybe that'll help us draw straight flush. I mean, Troubadour better than being there. What is Ricky doing this blind? I mean, we've got the cryptid on that 4 of a kind. Then we can rip 4 of a kinds like nothing. Stream title's wrong. Just on Twitch. $10 Balatro Tournament. I mean, the Hex Onk on the family easily wins this game. With how this is being played, Hex Onk on the family is going to be the strongest thing I'm seeing this game. Are we going for the straight flush for Ricky, or are we going for the flush 5? We got the cryptid on a polychrome gold seal spade queen. And Fina clearly didn't get that as well. Ricky bailed out by that spectral pack draw, honestly. And with the family. Neither player deserves to win this game. Neither player. Yeah, Phoenix hits this Ouija the second our bean dies. I mean, if Phoenix uses this Ouija at any point in the game, ban them from multiplayer for life. Why are we looking at the 9? Ban them from multiplayer for life if they use this Ouija after the bean dies. And we sold an Imlin. They just read the seed that they know that blocking Ouija will lead to the deja vu. Plus 20. Polychrome. 157,000. Definitely a beatable score by Ricky. Are we going to need an Onk to get there? Someone uses Onk. I mean, I love holding an Onk, but in a game of this caliber, we don't need to. $300,000 doesn't need the Onk. We have a flush 5 just because we drew that card. Completely bailed out given the family and the cryptid draw. Phoenix was in the spot to win despite making a million misplays. And now Ricky's brought it back 2-2 lives. Phoenix would be up a life right now, but no, we played a pair of kings. Why don't we split up to 4 of a kind, and it still maybe counts as a 4 of a kind on both of those pairs when we have the family. And let's just bet on misprint hitting a plus 20 to survive the blind. Like, it's okay. It's okay. Maybe one more Seance Proc will save us. An Invis Joker. We're making the Onk play? We're gonna Onk Invis and have triple something. You have to use the Onk on the family now, or you're betting that you're gonna have triple of another Joker. Imagine if we have a Hex. That could have been almost equivalent to another family having Hex on this family. We're selling the family! Why not? Why not just sell the family and Onk Invis right away? Why not Onk Invis right away? What? We're Onking Seance! Dude! What? What? A red seal on a polychrome is worse than the chat. It's worse than the chat. It's worse than every Joker you have. Please. Please, we're just gonna miss the straight flush draws because we have a terrible deck too. We're dead to this blind. We're down to 1 life. The Invis is not gonna get online and we've thrown this entire game out the window. We just could have triple polychrome family if you just made the simplest of competent decisions, the simplest base level thought. We get the straight flush. Let's see. Do we sell the devil? Do we even survive this blind? Plus 10 on a straight flush does not score 11,000. We haven't gotten a single level even though we've played maybe 50 straight flushes. Oh, a 4 of a kind. We have 4x for that, don't we? That should make it out of the blind. That should make it out of the blind. Insane. Insane. What are we looking for? Hit the Ouija. Now's the time. You gotta hit the Ouija. We've held it this long. This is the moment. This is what we've been holding the Ouija for. We've been holding the Ouija so we can sell out of the family. Which is the only thing that the Ouija provides value to. We haven't even hit calc on this 4 of a kind, by the way. No plus 20. And we're dead. 1 life. We've onked a seance. They gave us ectoplasm. We draw the whole deck and we're dead, by the way. Dead. 1 life. Ricky Clean is up lives despite losing most of these PvPs. A Chad shows up. A miracle. Maybe we can make it out of another blind. Ouija and ectoplasm up top. Passing on a chariot for no apparent reason. We knew the magician was coming. The duelist on 5 of a kind. Do you take it? A death? Do we death the polychrome? They're looking at it. Maybe. Flush 5 with polychrome on Ricky's side, still holding this onk. I mean, it's just game. Phoenix has played some of the most insane Balatro. Phoenix, if you're watching this back, what are you doing? What am I looking at? We have 2 seances in an invis when we had the family, a Chad, and a polychrome card. The red seal, with this death, the red seal is equivalent to Chad. It's a 2x. Do you know 2 is worse than the 4 that the family gave? And it could have given 6 with the polychrome. And we could have had 3 of those. 6 times 6 times 6. 36x. Way better than what I'm seeing in the seed. Golden ticket for Ricky Clean. I mean... And we're thinking of selling Chad for the golden ticket. We're selling Chad for the golden ticket. Why? Or maybe they're thinking we have Chad and this ticket and photo is good. Hopefully. Maybe once we hit this invis on Seance, we'll get the deja vu and it'll win us the game. Yeah, 216 from just going for the family. And Phoenix ahead in shop. There's no invis yet for Ricky Clean. We're a whole ante ahead in shop on Phoenix side. Just a generational throw, and we're probably still gonna die to the blind. No seance proc this blind. Is the polychrome enough? Why not leave the mystery? We got a calculator? Don't need it. Do we get there? 3 5-of-a-kind levels. We're probably alive. Just so we can die next round. Just insane. Insane. We onked this seance and we didn't even try to get a seance proc this blind. Phoenix had this game in the bag. Like, either player just makes the... Like, it's right in front of you. The decision to just onk the family. We're selling out of both right now. Why not right now? Yeah, let's get less temperance value. No, that was smart. That was actually beneficial, because with too much money, we might accidentally find the family, and the family wouldn't be good. Oh, and we can't buy this photograph because What would we sell Ouija for it? No, we sell the Mary Andy. And we copy the Chad. Double photo Chad. We're down a few polychromes and a family and a golden ticket that we rolled past. $10,000 on the line. We're ripping the Ouija now and it's sixes. Of course it is. We could draw the 5 of a kind kings. There goes a king. There goes a king. There goes all the benefits from the levels we have. We kept the Ouija this long to rip it right there. You think now is the time? Now when we have the photograph and it's a 1 in 5 and we lose our kings, we could guarantee draw the 5 of a kind. We have so many discards. We sold the Mary Andy. How many kings are in this deck? We lost the holographic one. Do we still get the 5 of a kind? There's a queen. And there it is. We still draw it. Undeserved. Undeserved. Why not rip the ectoplasm while we're at it? Who needs... I'll use this world card. Do it. Cut your score in half. Use the world for the flush 5. And look at this hand from Ricky. They have the Ankh on standby. I mean, not going to be much use here because we've held it for way too long. At no point can you Ankh in this game now. And we get the flush 5 with the blackboard online. 4 million. Yeah, really? Huh? Huh, Phoenix? Huh? No, you think that? You think Seance was the correct play? Really? Really? Was that the line? Was it not Ankh Seance? Huh? Interesting. Interesting. Was it not Ankh Seance? Really? That's so surprising. That's so surprising. $6 mil. Let's see. 2 polychrome cards. That's an 8x from photograph. Crazy the score is that high. Ah. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's over. We're free. $10,000 tournament match. Ricky versus Phoenix. Phoenix takes it. That's it. Startoad versus Lan. I need a refresher. Hi chat, I'm crashing out from Phoenix. You're crashing out. I'm leaving it. I'm not gonna get rage baited. We're not continuing this. Insane game. Insane game. I don't think that was the decider there, Phoenix. I don't think that was the decider. Alright. Surely this will be a refresher. Lan, very high ranked player versus Startoad in argument for the best player. Should be some very clean Balatro. We're seeing a flush 5 of Polychrome 3s. And doing a flush house, we have Bloodstone, level 5 flush house. And Lan ignoring the photograph. And is out the Bloodstone that we saw early on. I had this on my second monitor. Lan has been down Bloodstone this entire game and is definitely being punished by it. I mean, there's no retriggers yet, and there is Polychrome, so it's not the entire game, but that is a rough way to start a game, and I'm surprised it is 3-2 right now. Deciding if they want to play the gold. I'm sure they know they're behind from previous PvPs. And there's not much variance in their score. What was Bloodstone doing there? Oh, they already ripped it. There is some desync with the delays. We'll pause the lands for a little second. Should be at least entering the shop. Oh wait, it's lands needs to go in the future. We need to pause. Startoads, I'm a brick. Call me Phoenix. Sorry, no, I need to stop being rude. But Phoenix, that match put a lot of stress on me, and I'm sorry for lashing out. And they don't have VODs enabled, so we can't delay them. So there's just going to be a bit of desync. We can do this. This is crazy YouTube tech. Yeah, you need triple seance to have a chance at best build Benny. Maybe if we hit another Ouija, I'll consider it. We've got, okay, let me just look at this game. Gotta get that out of my mind. Lan really just trying to compete down a Bloodstone from, I assume, some unlucky Buffoon Pack decisions early on. And just how the money landed. And Startoad did actually offer a seed change because they were scared of a decision in a Spectral Pack. But I assume Lan didn't read that, or they thought Startoad made a much bigger mistake and wanted to play it out. There's a Ouija. Is Lan gonna hold this for 15 blinds in a row and then rip it and hit sixes in the last PvP? Startoad saw the Bloodstone and wanted to see change. And then they asked it again in the Spectral Pack. Oh, Startoad just hates it. Because they asked for seed change, and then they asked again when they saw that Spectral. They just do not like the seed, but they're in a great spot. We're also having to scale Campfire here to live from Lan. Getting it out of Seance Four Fingers, and everything for a 1.75x campfire before selling this Ouija. Before selling this Ouija. Do you sell Bean for Juggler? Star Toad? Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Well, we sold out of DNA and the Ouija to live this blind. I mean, why would you ever sell Ouija there? Insane that we're selling Ouija. Could have been the game decider. Actually, Ouija's much more considerable here because we have Polychrome 3s, bringing them up to face cards if we see a sock or something. But just not a good spectral card. Write that down for anyone watching, maybe one player in particular. Lan, he's going to be able to scale this campfire a lot, and you know, with no re-triggers, Bloodstone not a very good joker. I think the biggest difference here is going to be levels, but also this campfire is going to get up quite big, but we're not buying and selling jokers. I do not like to see that on One Life. We should definitely be buying and selling every joker in the shop and not just keep, maybe do one more roll and it'll save you. It's not even last shop. Very confusing decisions. We're doing campfire, but we're not. Maybe thinking they need much more. But really, that last PvP was so close. And just scaling campfire more would put Lan in a very good position to make a comeback and give this game more time, which they needed to. Discarding the 7. Never mind, we're keeping it. This flush could win with some lucky hits, which is not good. Maybe not. Flush 5 of luckies kind of needs a lucky proc, but the money's just not going to matter if we're not using those joker slots to buy and sell jokers. Very similar spots in shop. Star Toad obviously has a lot of money to roll here. $20 hit for Lan, 2 $20 hits actually. Very lucky. No re-triggers. There is a death and a red seal ace. Oops. That is probably GG. Oops for Star Toad. That is definitely a good card. We have Business Card, we have Bloodstone, and Lan just down the Bloodstone is probably gonna decide this first game between these players. Unfortunate that Lan really doesn't get a chance to compete. Oops, still gonna be good because we are playing lucky cards. Sucks to lose in a cat. Cat's kind of cool. I don't know what Star Toad's considering here. I really have no clue. I guess it's Cell DNA or Jugglers what they were doing. Because we have so many copies. I hate that Lan is not buying and selling jokers. This campfire could at least be up to 7x. But I guess it just... Actually, Bloodstone's a 7x joker. A perfect Bloodstone with no re-triggers is 7x. If Lan played this campfire better, we could definitely... Oh wait, a hack. That's big. That's a way to stay in the game, but also Star Toad's just going to find this hack next round, and having Oops Bloodstone makes the hack way better. So, hack likely gonna prolong land's death, but being down Bloodstone is so brutal unless Startoad passes on this Lucky Cat and the Lucky Cards lock in. That's the line that land needs to happen. 0.25 scaling. And we need this campfire to also keep growing. But also, land is more built into flush 5s than this photograph, and this photograph is likely what you sell for the hack. The photograph's only a 2x. We don't have polychrome face cards. And I don't know what the levels are looking like for land, but that is good that they have a head start on this pivot. 2 steel cards. We're deathing the blue seal. They are desperate. I mean, worst case it is some levels. Getting a bit more campfire scaling. 5x on that. I mean, with the hack, it's just not gonna matter here, I suspect. Yeah. The top end for Startoad is losing this PvP. They have to play here. Still getting more flush house levels when it is going to be a flush 5 game. Here we're seeing that desync. Can't really fix that. $4 million. There's the Lucky Cat for Startoad. It is a very good pickup knowing this hack is coming. But you do know this game is in the scale of I just need to find retriggers, and something as small as a cat isn't doing much. I feel like you can easily replace Juggler with it at no cost at all. I don't know. I love hand size. They do take the cat. And they don't even find the hack yet. Lan is quite far ahead in these shops. And that gap's going to widen because they have this hack with the oops. I wonder if this has a chance to win. 36,000, probably not. 30,000 top end though. Because of that cat scaling. 1.75x. Wait, the lucky hits on that flush 5 were actually gross. How is this cat at 1.75 when we played a flush 5 of luckies with hack and dice? This cat is terrible, never mind. Cat does not have a chance to carry this game. More flush 5 levels for land though, and Startoad not seeing this hack yet isn't gonna pivot. There's a flush 5. Cat getting a little fatter now, but still not the luckiest lucky cards. They aren't locked in like mine. Bloodstone would be good. It is insane that Lan is competing right now down a Bloodstone. It is actually gross. 2 out of 2 hallucination. We didn't get a money hit. Or maybe we got 1 money hit. Did we? How are we so poor? I guess a Temperance Hermit will do that. Get us out of that problem. You could take baseball over campfire here if you're not gonna scale it. I think they might start selling jokers to scale the campfire. No, we were just using hallucination for fun. Wait. Brainstorm Dusk. That is very bad news because copying a Bloodstone is a lot better than copying a Dusk right now. This cat needs to get fat and quick. Yeah, where is this hack for Star Toad? Was it blocked? But no, there's nothing. Oh, there it is. Interesting. Their uncommon cues are different just from uncommon blocks throughout the game. Land could win this PvP if Star Toad doesn't make money here, but they... Uh-oh, does this win? No. This cat needs to get so fat. Copying a Bloodstone is way too strong, especially with Hack and Dusk. I don't think there's a possible line for it to equate to Bloodstone. Missing the Flush 5 is brutal. Copy the dice for fun. Also, missing those Flush 5 levels. That was a unfortunate bottom deck from Land. 6x cat. I mean, it'll probably be better to copy the cat in this next PvP, but you have to make that tough choice. And it's really going to come down to, does Star Toad get this Brainstorm Dusk? And there it is, yeah. Brainstorm right there. And we're going to sell this cat for a Dusk in the Buffoon pack. No Dusk yet, right. Star Toad is behind in the uncommon queue with no uncommons for a little bit. Never mind. Land needs to find a Bloodstone. Insane that Land has been competing this entire game down Bloodstone. But I guess without retriggers thus far, it hasn't been that strong. Star Toad in the PvP. Bit of delay on Land side. Bloodstone misses. Maybe you're right. You know, with the Flush 5 levels and an impossible amount of lucky procs, maybe Land takes it. Who knows? Exactly. That's the line for Land to win. Pretty bad hand from Star Toad. Can they draw a Flush 5 after this? Are they that confident in their draws? 2 discards? Why are we priming a Flush 5 without full Polychrome, without Dusk? Or maybe they're looking to play Flush House because they have the levels? But with this many retriggers, I think that's just worse. Technically, the top end on this hand can win 8.5x. Or actually, we know the score. 8.5x on Lucky Cat. Pretty big. What are you doing, Copycat? I mean, to have a chance, yeah, you need to do that, but 7x from copying Hack plus all the Lucky Cat scaling. Star Toad could throw this PvP by playing that Flush House right there, but they don't decide to, and we're doing bonus? Bonus over Luckies with the dice and retriggers? You still have 2 lives? Insane. Insane. Actually gross. Actually gross. Insane that they win this. 2 Polychrome cards. Staring at the score, counting the amount of digits. Make sure they win. And the whole game decided by Land not able to find Bloodstone. Don't watch the VOD, Phoenix. Don't do it. That's game 1. Star Toad VLAN. I really want to resume back to the start of this game. How did we miss Bloodstone? That's a different game. We're on yellow deck. Bloodstone shows up front and center. So this loss is entirely Land's fault. How do we not buy Bloodstone? How do we not buy Bloodstone here? It's just insane. Insane. Deserved. Land played that game phenomenally and lost it entirely because we passed on a Bloodstone shop 1 and we had so much money. So much money. Just greeding to get a little more value out of Hermit was all that was for. Perplexed. Perplexed by these players. Just... why are we passing Bloodstone? I mean, somewhat unlucky that was the only on-scoring Joker in that seed. A little lucky that there was Polychrome to fight against it. But, like, you have to take Bloodstone. And it was such a little risk. It was not choose between Bloodstone and a rebate. It was take Bloodstone, be completely fine the rest of the game. And played the rest of the seeds so phenomenally, and still lost. Lands of reverse sweep enjoyer, throwing for the game 3. We are going abandoned deck. White stick? No, we're going black stick. Very interesting. Stressful watching Balatro, man. These people play this game so much, and the conclusions they come up with. Maybe I'm learning I'm the worst player because I don't see these lines. The passing on one of the best scoring jokers, or onking Seance with absolutely no plan after that. I just don't see the lines like they do. Alright. I'll be right back while we wait to see this game start, and surely while I'm gone they won't be passing any Seance or passing any Bloodstones. Alright, game 3. Or game 2, I guess. I should do this. 1-0 for Star Toad. Abandoned deck Black Stake. I feel like this is definitely one of the more played combinations. People who love Abandoned definitely have an overlap with people who like high stakes. The line was onking Seance to generate enough -1 hand sizes to lose on no hand size and win best build bounty. If you get 0 hand size, pretty solid contention for winning best build bounty, but I don't want to incentivize throwing the entire game. Alright, here we are. Black Stake Abandoned deck. Two very good players, though have some interesting ideas. Starto goes for the full house and gets severely punished. Full house is usually the line on Abandon. There's a rare skip in the big blind. We'll see what these players do when they come across it. See if that land goes for the same full house. They are gonna get that same punish that Startoad got. Cloud9 versus Greedy Joker. Cloud9, $4 around. Greedy Joker allows us to get out in one. I think Black Stake, maybe you consider the Green Joker a tiny bit more, but Econ versus a scoring Joker of that caliber should be an easy choice every time. And now we're looking at the rare skip. While Land takes it without talking at all. We're going to see what that rare Joker is and if we can live this blind without any scoring. It's easy. Abandoned deck, just draw the 4 of a kind. It's that simple with the 9s for style. A Baron on Abandoned deck. That's an interesting start to a game for sure. There are very few worlds where this Baron is the strongest line, but we're on Black Stake. And there's a photograph as well. Do you take Eternal Photograph on Abandoned? I do like the Misprint to stay alive, and I love a Chaos the Clown always. Startoad playing the safe line. There's a Mars level here. Also Lan having a tough time making it out of this boss blind. They are going to be definitely down on Econ here. Just able to open both packs. I would have loved to see just take the Mars level and pray we win. There's also a line to just sell the Baron. Land is going to open that same Buffoon pack and goes Chaos the Clown, but doesn't buy the 4 of a kind level. Okay. Emperor for World and Empress. That keeps us alive. That's a great thing to see. Red Seal Steel King of Clubs. Wow. That makes the Baron easy. Okay, I guess it is high card. Holy. Is that a pull? If Land sells this Baron, which is a real line, maybe you want to sell the World card in the Baron to get some interest. I'm sure we're just going to unlock Flush House. Or do we do the 3 of a kind? Insane card pack. I love a Wasteful Voucher because that gets us so close to just trying everything in the deck. It actually gets us to the point where we can draw everything in our deck with that voucher pickup. Land going all in on the 10s. Not unlocking that Flush House line. I mean, just putting it on an 8 allows you to try it in the PvP. A Glass Queen pickup as well. I mean, this Abandoned game has quite a lot of face card potential. Also, Land going to be very far ahead in shop because of this Chaos the Clown. We'll see. We're not able to get the voucher, but we'll see a family. And we can definitely use that family in this PvP. Setting Land up to gain this first life. And another blind to play. I mean, this Chaos the Clown is going very far, considering a $10 skip. Insane, because the payout for this blind is more than $10. So, a gross skip to hover. Are they going to see the king? I mean, there is 2 card packs in this next shop, but we might prioritize the voucher. And they might pass on this. They may pass on it for now. So could be behind on finding that Red Seal Steel King. We'll see if it matters, if any deaths come up. Also, lane getting a little unlucky looking for the 4 of a kind, but we can guarantee it as long as we play 5 cards. Maybe looking at the Empress. I don't think Empress on this full house wins either. Crazy hand to play. Okay, we're putting the Empress on a flush. Should be enough with that score already sitting there, but a rough blind for land for sure. Not drawing that 4 of a kind quick enough, and is only at $9. Doesn't have the option to get the voucher. I think you go small standard pack, which should have a king here, or consider selling Baron for the voucher. There's a real line you sell Baron here. You can't sell anything else. Oh no. Oh no. Devastating. Devastating. Red Seal Steel King in the seed. Land needs this to be an idle game. I mean, I think I make that same play there. I like to think I would have enough econ to open that standard pack first. And we could already see the whole deck minus 2 cards. We did not need that voucher, really. Just an unlucky position, though, that you're so punished for selling Baron there. As usual, retrigger believers punished. Justice for Photo Chad. Also, Star Toad won that PvP. That is crazy that they won that down the family. $6 Wraith. You can't buy the family if you take it. It's a baseball card. Gonna be useless. We don't care about the family because it's a high card seed, clearly. A single death comes up, and this is a very quick game. I wonder how long it's going to be before we see the Red Steel King from land. We know there's a Wraith in this Spectral Pack, so land definitely could be punished by it, and they're gonna likely use it. All for a useless baseball card. Cannot Ectoplasm here. And you can't skip a $9 Wraith. Huge Cloud9 value. This is just a sad sight to see. I'm also curious on how Star Toad scored so much that blind. What hand did they play? They scored 13,000. Was it just max roll on misprint? 5 of a kind, I see. They did use that death from the Arcana pack earlier. It pays off getting them the win in the PvP. And I mean... Oh no, it's GG. I was thinking maybe you hold out for the idol and it could be retriggers. Just a disgusting card to see. A disgusting card to see. Oh no. Oh no. Providing some baseball card value for land though. And Judgment? Oh, it's not that same mime. We're still quite far behind in the shop queue on Star Toad side, so we don't get that mime until... I mean, for a while. Passing on Chaos the Clown, punishing, but they would have a hard time living these blinds without it, maybe? Unlucky bottom deck. Have to spend all our hands here when we need to get that econ online for this Hermit. Shoot the moon as well. I mean, Startoad has a glass queen, or glass queen that they can just utilize. Just a sad sight to see when re-trigger enjoyers get rewarded. Just a sad sight. And throw a chariot on top, why not? I mean, Baron Mime showing up, so statistically unlikely this soon in a game, but Startoad just so rewarded for keeping Baron, and land punished for selling it. Honestly, you sometimes just can't sell Baron, and maybe that was the most sellable Baron ever, but just instantly punished because we didn't look in the card pack. It's so sad. It's so sad. This is the quickest I've seen a Baron build get online on an abandoned seed ever. But you know, maybe... No, we still... Do we have the flush 5? I think we have the flush 5 from LAN, so they might be able to take this PvP to give them the much needed time that they... Yeah, 98,000 from LAN with that flush 5. Thanks to this family baseball card. They needed to win last PvP though. They kind of needed to tempo down Startoad before they can get this Baron build, but because they lost the first PvP, that's going to be a lot harder to do. Or maybe they want more time in the game so they can find idle. It's really just a tough spot to be down. Baron Mime, Red Seal King. Also, we strengthen 9, so this Cloud9's crying. Photograph to even more strength for the face cards. We are built into 10, so we can pivot it into faces quite easily. Gonna ignore it. I think that's a very easy decision to make when the photograph costs $10 and can always come back later. There it is. Red Seal Steel King. That's a card you hate to see after selling Baron. And they're going to find it. There's the mime for Startoad. Just a car crash in slow motion. And it just... The ice on the road was that Baron sell. It's so unfortunate. Baron always comes back. That is a real line. And then LAN is in the exact same boat if Baron does come back. That is a real line. And then LAN is in the same boat up the family. That's kind of the one out for LAN. That's pretty much it. We need a Baron to show up, and maybe the perfect idle retrigger build also works. Eternal Chad. You do have to make some drastic decisions if you think your opponent is on Baron Mime, but there's also been no deaths yet. Startoad was able to get another king with a standard pack, but it's not providing too much yet. Baron is doing about as much as the family. Land seriously considering the Chad, and I don't hate it. Does hurt after passing the photograph with the Red Seal King, though. Wow, the Chad was blocked by the Chaos the Clown to show up. Red Seal 2. I mean, there's the line for idle. Red Seal 2, but land is so far behind in these card packs. Selling Chaos. Because that Cloud9 is still providing 1.5x. Sucks that we're built into 10s and have to strength all our 9s. I mean, I'm sure that Gold Seal played a part in deciding to take this Chad. Able to get those Gold Seal procs. And then getting Lucky Card procs. It's going to be pretty valuable, and it's going to need to be the kind of play that gives them a chance here. Because they are just ahead in shop thanks to that Chaos the Clown, and are making a good amount of money. Also, adding that 9 to the deck got the Cloud9 up to $5. Huge. There's the Red Seal 2. Does take it. If Idol shows up, this will be a very fun game to watch. Idol versus Baron on Abandon with a Red Seal Steel King. That Red Seal Steel King showing up was so insane. Yeah, the delay is a bit annoying, and we can't delay Star Toads. I'm trying to see if I can fix this. Can you not scroll with Twitch Turbo? Only if they have VODs enabled. So there's not much I can do. Yeah, this high card. Well, 300,000, 250,000 from land. Not going to be enough to win the PvP. Maybe? I don't know if this next high card is enough. If we play this king now, looking for the stone card. If Star Toad does draw the stone card, it could win. I really don't know who's winning this PvP. It is very close. And land kind of needs to take this life. No, Star Toad takes it. Especially with that stone card draw, but I think they got it either way. Don't know that land does not have another hand to play. Maybe if you calc the king one more time, the numbers will change. But yeah, just down a Baron. I mean, land would be scoring more in this PvPs if they had a Baron. That's just X-Malt that they're missing. Unfortunate. So reserve parking, not very good with 3 kings in the deck. Star Toad still considering it. There's the death, and that is brutal for land that they actually drew the Red Seal King. I mean, incredibly lucky. Now 2 of those is going to scale a whole lot in a DNA. Land, maybe going for the 2s. That is the play they need to make because they suspect their opponents on Baron Mime. But a DNA is so bad. That is a Red Seal King around for Star Toad. Land's given the choice. They did get lucky enough to draw this 2 in the back. You're given the choice between the Red Seal Steel, and it is the better play to debt the Red Seal Steel King, but they needed to debt the 2 for the variants. But we're both going to be building into these Red Seal Kings, and one of us has a Baron. Unfortunate for Land. We really just need... Okay, Cloud9's just doing more than the ticket. Or the same amount. Until, I guess, we find another gold card. Either or can go here. Chaos is honestly doing as much as ticket. I mean, Land's just ahead. If a Baron shows up, Land is in a good spot. If the Baron shows up again, that's a big if, but you know, it happened to Star Toad. It happened to Star Toad. They found the perfect king, the mime, and the Baron. They needed all of that to happen for Land to be punished this hard for selling Baron. So surely Land can pull some luck and find another one. But both of these games between Land and Star Toad have just been between a Joker that Land decided to not keep or take in the early antes. So, while it is unlucky that they're so punished for it, you gotta know what Jokers are good and when they need to be taken. Black hole over the gold seal there. And Starto doesn't draw the Red Seal Kings for this DNA as well. Very unlucky. It happened! There's the Baron! Oh my goodness. Regretting the Chad, but we're up a Red Seal Steel King. We're ahead in shop. We're ahead on econ. Holy, we've got a game. Holy. They actually found the Baron and a Wraith. You gotta sell the family. They are behind on high card levels. That is the main thing I will say. It's a $1 Wraith though. This needs to be a blueprint. It's definitely getting punished by Eternal Chad, but crazy they found the Baron. Insane. I wonder what this Baron is going to be for Star Toad. Just that next Joker in the rare queue. There's the Chaos. Maybe passing on the Wraith. Passes the Wraith. Starto doesn't even see a Wraith. Yeah, Starto had to decide between Black Hole there because of where they were in the planet queue. Wait, that's some crazy variance that there was a Black Hole there. I think because of how many planet packs they've opened. So they don't see the Wraith that shop, and if that was a blueprint, that would have been huge. Wraith, Land passing on that. Insane misplay. There's obviously very high chance it was useless, but that was a Wraith that your opponent was never gonna see. I think you can Chad this. Oh, maybe. Yeah, you can. Surely. Yeah. Greed. $23. It was so worth. Full house should be enough. Flush house, even. Yeah, that's 3x. Yeah. And another $20 hit. Do we live? Yes. Oh yeah, with the it's not just 3x because we also have the steal on that king. Insane line to see that Wraith and not take it. I would have loved for land to rip that, but I think we're still going for this 4 of a kind, which is good for this PvP. We have quite a lot of kings though, and only 8 ant size. We can hold 4 kings max with perfect draws, but there's 48 cards in this deck. Definitely gold here. I don't know what else we're considering. I don't like gold on the gold seal when we already sold the golden ticket. That's just 100% a misplay. I mean, $62, we're already ahead in queue. It's gonna go even further. Instantly fools the Hermit. I mean, with Death so strong in this game, that is very surprising to me. Star Toad in the PvP. We're gonna have 4 kings here. Is Star Toad gonna miss their draw again? They have to drop their stone cards, which are very strong. Another missed draw on the DNA is so huge for land. They're in this. Being behind on DNA procs is crazy. And there it is. That's 3 kings. That land is up right now. 3 red seal steel kings is huge. This Baron showing up. Just cinema. Just cinema. We have the 4 of a kind trying to draw, 2 kings. That's more than Star Toad has. I guess they have the normal kings as well, but I think Lan should take this. Never mind. I lied. That sucks. They should have gone high card, I guess. Star Toad just better built into high card with the levels in the Shoot the Moon. Lan win or loses the PvPs down to 1 life. I'm sure they're in a good spot for this next PvP. If we continue copying the red seal steel, we should know to go high card. Down some levels, but the amount of cards we're up should help. Star Toad doesn't buy the voucher here. Man, that was so close. Land just needed a bit more luck to find the cards. I love a rebate here over the family. Come on. The family is doing less than drawing 1 king. Nice. That's gonna get them further in queue and just again punished by this Eternal Chad. Kind of hoping there aren't many good jokers in these shops because of the Chad. Also, not the worst juggler take here. Obviously, on abandoned deck, rebate's so good. And Star Toad ahead in pack queue able to get a blue seal. This is the first level for Lan. It is a very big find for them, but level 7 high card on Star Toad's side. Both have the strength in very different areas. Never mind, Lan has this blue seal. Surely we're going high card now. I don't know why we discarded before using... I guess there's gold cards to find, maybe? You gotta use DNA. Okay, we're getting some high card levels. Land in a great spot. The high card build is looking very strong. Much more kings than Star Toad. And Star Toad just keeps... how many kings do we have? Is that 3 for Star Toad? Did we miss another DNA? 4 kings, okay. So they're catching up, but it's gonna be hard to surpass. It's gonna be a lead for Lan until they're both able to get a full hand. The foil wheel also very nice, but we're getting a lot of levels thanks to this. Okay. Surely you can play just that Red Seal King and not win in one and still use DNA. Would love to see more use of this calc here. But you know, maybe the high card with one king? No, it just doesn't. We could have gotten a lot more value. At least gets the gold cards. It misses the blue seal. Exact same lineup other than the difference of Chad versus Shoot the Moon. The second better jokers show up, Lan is in a bad spot. There's that black hole that we saw that blocked the Wraith for Star Toad. Imagine if that was a blueprint, man. Someone pull up this seed on... Surely you take the Hermit over a Pluto. Maybe a Hangman I can consider. Okay, they go the Hangman. Troubadour. So punished by this Chad. Unfortunate. Okay. If played right, Lan should take this PvP. Unless they magically bottom deck every king. Starto draws enough to be able to draw or play their DNA card. Are they going to use DNA here, or do they want to find those kings? They don't use DNA, and that's going to widen the gap between these players. I'm sure Lan might also make the same decision, but Startoad needs to be using this DNA. The longer they wait, the more time before they get that full hand of Steel Kings that Lan is going to find much sooner. Yeah, Lan is also not going to DNA here. Lan has an okay high card level. Not enough that it should decide too much here. 4 million from Startoad. Very bad draw. I think these 3 kings probably are enough for Lan. Insane order to play these cards. Why are we not chatting the gold seal? Just insane. Do we want the lucky hit? Insane. We get the $20, so we're so rewarded. Like, I'm just bad at the game. My bad. 3 more kings. It's going to be more than enough with just these 4. There's that Troubadour for Startoad. Hangman showing up in shop is also very nice. And we're going to be able to fool that. And we sell Shoot the Moon. I mean, we don't have enough kings to fill this hand. We have so much hand size. And because we didn't use the DNA in that blind and we've missed it so many times. We have 4 kings, can be 6 or 7 by this PvP. Lan also able to fool this Hangman. Gonna be able to draw those red seals more consistently. This Chad. Every time you see a good Joker, that is value that Lan is losing. Luckily, it's only a juggler on Startoad's side, which isn't doing too much at the moment. But I would love Lan's position so much more if we were able to... Okay. Yeah, what? Why did we discard the gold 4? Lan hates money. Heard it here first. It was definitely just a mistake. An accident from them. Yeah, because of this blue seal, the lead that Startoad had on Pluto levels is not going to matter. Just small percentages at this point. A Showman. That's a card you don't want to see when you're ahead in shop unless it can pay off real quick. Showman also bad when you don't have Joker slots. I mean, if we didn't have this Chad, this Showman would be very free to take And the optimal play here, I think, is for land to pass it. And they do make that decision. They just need to make the gamble that this showman has nothing in it. They can't risk getting out of it. There's no shot we're looking at. Photograph, right? 8x on photograph? Surely not. If there's absolutely nothing else in the seed, you can take this photograph. But that's another Eternal we locked into. Do we have the Eternal Photo Chad? There's a Showman showing up for Start Toad. Much more takeable to sell this Juggler and try for the Showman. Would be good news for land. They do the Eternal Photo Chad. Skipping for $50 perhaps? They sold the Nene. That's gonna suck for the lead they had on cards, but one more death and they're able to fill their hand with kings, I believe. Should take Tarot Tycoon. Land really doesn't need to find many jokers, so Tarot Tycoon is a smart play. But I guess we're also just like one death away from being able to fill their hand. We can't dig that deep in our hand though with Troubadour, so not sure. I think you take Tarot Merchant here. Level 13 high card. I mean, Eternal Photo Chad. As long as there's nothing else in the seed, that is an 8x that land has and Start Toad doesn't. And Start Toad needs there to be good jokers or this Showman to pay off. One more Red Seal Steel in that deck. Land doesn't have to consider wasting a hand on DNA. I would love to play this pair here. Sorry. Land just hates money. I'm sorry. It's my bad. It's just... It's only like $8 or $9 of expected value just to play that. You still need to find 2 more kings. I think you have to play this queen now. Finding a king is immensely more important than that. But you can let your opponent's decision decide that. Glass Queen, only 2.25x. Baron, doing a lot more than that. That is 5 billion from land, or Start Toad. And 5 billion from land. E9. Start Toad's score not going to increase unless we draw more kings. But land score can definitely increase. All they need to do is play a face card. Like that one. And they are going to have to risk it here because they don't have turn order. And they are taking this PvP. Last life. Lan has stuck in this. There's a death in shop. I don't know how that Lan hasn't seen that yet because that's the last piece of the puzzle they need. The photo Chad ends up mattering this PvP. It did keep Lan alive. There's a chariot. Still haven't seen this death. There it is. 0 kings is very unfortunate. That is, I mean, we have so many kings in a 47 card deck. That is insane. Push the chariot on the red seal because land does not have these random kings that StarToad picked up from the shops. I mean, down the DNA, LAN kind of needs deck fixing. We need more kings. That's the advantage we had, and we're behind without them. Also, the Showman hasn't paid off yet. Is great news for LAN, because that's Joker slot that StarToad's been down, which has been a Chad, which is more useful than the Showman. And we have Photo Chad. It is last life, so we're going to see this DNA Showman leave the roster very soon. Death Hangman. Those are good cards to bring in PvP. It isn't PvP yet. I don't hate keeping this death for PvP. Okay, LAN really needs to discard some of these kings. Like, we're not worried about surviving the blinds here, please. LAN's gonna hold the death. I love this play, and only punished if another death comes up. Is StarToad in final shop? No. And there is that fool. There's the Showman. There should be a fool coming up. Sock and Buskin. This Troubadour is going to be a lot more valuable than that. Is there a fool? Maybe in this pack? There's the Hermit. I'm not sure where the fool was from, actually. Very similar spots in shop for both players. And StarToad has 2 slots to replace that LAN has found a Photo Chat for. Extra discard is great, and they have Death Fool. I think that Death Fool seals it. Unless... oh my goodness. Okay, Showman doing some extra work. If LAN pulls out the perfect hand, LAN takes it. They need the perfect hand, though. Holy Showman. Because StarToad's definitely able to draw a full hand of kings here. Red Seal Steel Kings as well. Guaranteed. They already have the hand. Let's see. Death. Fool. We're going to play it while we have the mult card in hand. And this is StarToad's top score. They're forced to play. 9 Red Seal Steel Kings in hand on Abandoned deck, by the way. LAN needs to find the perfect draw. They can't be greedy in this Steel 2. They have 3 more Kings and the Death, so they can find the perfect draw theoretically. E13 from StarToad. They're going to be able to double that. 2.2 or 3 E13. That's the perfect hand. Wait. No, we're down. We need to draw one more Red Seal Steel King. No. Misses the draw. Needed the Death Fool. And I think being down a king is not going to be overridden by the Photo Chat, right? I mean, let's see. Oh, wow. The stone mattered. Would StarToad have been able to beat that without the stone? How much does a high card without it score? Wow. Insane game. Insane. LAN, if they drew that last king, could have had the comeback. Just... what a match. What a match. Almost had the comeback. Well played. Very well played game from StarToad, honestly. And a great attempt at a recovery from Lan. Just selling out of that Baron. I mean, honestly, only rewarded by that, and then just punished by selling out of DNA too soon. I guess if they kept the red seal too, they beat that. Startled had another hand. Maybe? No, because they stealed it anyway, so this red seal 2 is only 1.5x. And lost from not taking Tarot Tycoon? Yeah. Death Fool would have won it for Lan. It was such a close game. Death Fool, for sure, to get that perfect hand, would have done it. And they got the right, like, draw order. They drew the king right at the end, or the queen. Insanely close. Well played match. A nice refresher after watching whatever happened before that. But that's it, chat. I've been live like 10 hours watching Balatro games. I am losing my mind. But there's going to be more matches tomorrow. I was going to stream the weekly tournament. I might have to take a day off. We'll see how tired I am. Maybe we'll just stream the weekly and call it there and let Zeno and Vagabond handle casting. But there's some great sets happening next week. Make sure to catch those. Uploaded a video today if you want to watch that. An even more cinema high card game than this, if you can believe it. So we'll see you tomorrow, chat, and we are going to raid C-dubs, because I didn't type C-dubs 11 last time I raided C-dubs, so I owe him one. Seance game needs to be a YouTube upload. Nah, I think the casting is just for streams. Should we watch Focus Shock? He's on screen staring at me. Why does he look like that? He's intimidating me. Alright. See you probably tomorrow, chat. Peace.